Students, how are you? I hope you all are fine. Now in today's video we will discuss about the new chapter, how do organisms reproduce. In previous videos we had discussed about the heredity and evolution, how the characters are transferred from one generation to next generation. Now in this video we will discuss about the how do organisms reproduce. We know that every living organisms can produce their offsprings, can forms their progeny, new organisms, okay, to continue the life on earth, to continue their existence on the earth. So why organisms reproduce, how do organisms reproduce? They continue the life on earth. चैप्टर खुद ही एक क्वेश्चन मार्क है बेटा. How do organisms reproduce? Organisms reproduce because of their survival, because of their existence on the earth. Why the organisms reproduce? Generally all living organisms can produce their offsprings or progeny for their existence or survival on earth, for their existence or and survival on earth, How they reproduce? They forms the new offspring by the special division method beta. Their cell divides to produce the new springs. जनरली ये नहीं होता कि ऑफस्प्रिंग प्रोड्यूस होता है. ऑफस्प्रिंग कैसे बनते हैं? बाय द सेल डिवीज़न. हमारा क्या होता है? रिप्रोड्यूस होता है ना. हमारे सेल्स भी तो रिप्रोड्यूस होते हैं. जैसे हमें चोट लग गई बेटा, तो चोट लगी क्या होता है? पुराने सेल्स फिर से रिप्लेस होके नए सेल्स का फॉर्मेशन करते हैं. तो सेल डिवीज़न इज़ आल्सो अ मेथड ऑफ रिप्रोडक्शन. मीन्स फिर से फॉर्मेशन, फिर से क्या बन जाते हैं. ठीक है. सो द रिप्रोडक्शन इज़ ऑफ टू टाइप्स. मीन्स द रिप्रोडक्शन इज़ two types: asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. These reproductions are different with each others by the methods of their division methods, by how the cell divides. So reproduction is possible by the methods of cell division. It is possible, means reproduction is possible only by the method of cell division. By the method of the cell division, there is formation of gametes, there is formation of development of the embryo, there is formation of the fruit, there is formation of the flowers, there is formation of other plants parts as well as animal parts. हमारा सेल भी क्या होता है? डिवाइड होके फॉर्मेशन ऑफ द न्यू सेल्स अकर्स बाय द प्रोसेस ऑफ दिस सेल डिवीजन. तो रिप्रोडक्शन, वी जस्ट स्टडी अबाउट द रिप्रोडक्शन मीन्स फॉर्मेशन ऑफ द न्यू offspring, new progeny. So reproduction is further divided into two methods. Reproduction is carried out by the two methods: asexual and sexual reproduction. There are two methods of reproduction, that is sexual and asexual. Reproduction is of two types: asexual, and second one is sexual method, as you had already learned in your previous classes. असेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन एंड सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन. अ मीन्स एब्सेंट होता है, मतलब बायो में क्या होता है, अ मीन्स एब्सेंट. असेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन मीन्स विदाउट फॉर्मेशन ऑफ गैमीट्स. विदाउट फॉर्मेशन ऑफ गैमीट्स द न्यू ऑफस्प्रिंग, न्यू सेल्स आर फॉर्म, एंड विद द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ गैमीट्स there is formation of new offsprings. In asexual reproduction generally there is no formation of gametes. Asexual reproduction occurs in body cells, that is somatic cells, and sexual reproduction occurs in our reproductive cells, also known as germinal cells, that is testes and ovaries. First we write down beta, occurs in body cell. Body cell also known as somatic cell. Somatic cells. Sexual reproduction occurs in germinal cell. Germinal cell means gonads. Gonads means testes and ovary. Testes and ovary. Now the second beta, asexual reproduction, there is no formation of gametes. A means absent ही होता पता था. There is no formation of gametes. There is no formation of gametes. There is no formation of gametes. There is formation of gametes. In sexual reproduction there is formation of gametes. Formation of gametes. There is formation of gametes. In asexual methods of reproduction, one is single individual involved. Only single individual. The single individual produced to form the new offspring. Only single individual involved. Only single individual involved. Whereas in sexual reproduction beta, there is involvement of two individual. There is involvement of two individual. Of two individual. There is involvement of two individual. In asexual reproduction, only involvement of one single individual. If the single individual is involved, then in this individual there is no formation of gametes. When two individuals are involved, there is formation of gametes. If the gametes formation occurs, then there is fusion of male and female gametes to form the zygote. But if the gametes are not produced, then there will be no fusion of the male and female gametes. So there will be no zygote formation. In asexual reproduction, no zygote form. No zygote form. This zygote form. And next beta, when only single individuals are involved in asexual reproduction, then the characters are very much similar to the parents. Means asexual reproduction में जो भी offspring produce होंगे वो क्या होंगे, similar होंगे parents से, इसलिए उन्हें clones भी बोलते हैं. Offspring produce are very much similar, means nearly 100% are similar in asexual reproduction. Offsprings or progeny are very much similar to parents. सेम टाइप के सेल्स बनते हैं, सेम टाइप के ऑफस्प्रिंग्स फॉर्म होंगे. ऑफस्प्रिंग मे और मे नॉट बी सिमिलर. ऑफस्प्रिंग्स मे और मे नॉट बी similar. ऑफस्प्रिंग में और मे नॉट बी सिमिलर, सिमिलर भी हो सकते हैं, नहीं सिमिलर हो सकते हैं इन सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन. This asexual reproduction helps to in repair of the body parts. It helps in repair of the body parts, and this sexual reproduction helps in formation of the new individual. There is formation of gametes. Okay. It helps in repair of the body parts. It helps in repair of body parts. It helps in repair of body parts. It helps in repair of body parts. And during asexual reproduction, there is formation of gametes and different types of individuals are formed. It helps in formation of gametes. It helps in formation of gametes. Helps in formation of gametes. So this is the overall difference between the asexual and sexual reproduction. During asexual reproduction, there is no formation of gametes, and in sexual reproduction there is formation of gametes. Asexual reproduction occurs in somatic और body cells, जहाँ पे हमारा हाथ मतलब कहीं कट जाता है, सेल्स टूट फूट जाते हैं, तो फिर से वो नए सेल्स का फॉर्मेशन कर देता है. ठीक है बेटा, तो वो बॉडी सेल्स में होता है. और ये जर्मिनल सेल्स में मीन्स गोनेट्स और ओवरी में. गोनेट्स मीन्स टेस्टीज एंड ओवरी में. अगर टेस्टीज होगा इट हेल्प्स इन फॉर्मेशन ऑफ स्पर्म, और अगर ओवरी होगा इट हेल्प्स इन फॉर्मेशन ऑफ ओवम. एंड इन प्लांट्स हेल्प्स इन फॉर्मेशन ऑफ पॉलन ग्रेन्स. एंथर में होगा तो पॉलन ग्रेन्स का फॉर्मेशन करेगा, और कार्पल या पिस्टिल में होगा तो उसमें मैच्योर ओव्यूल्स का फॉर्मेशन करेगा. ठीक है बेटा. नेक्स्ट, only single individual in asexual reproduction, there is no formation of gametes, and so only one individuals are involved. Only one parent individual leads to formation of the new individual, and the offspring forms are very much similar to the parents. The offspring forms are very much similar to the parents. बहुत ज़्यादा सिमिलर, हम लोग उसे क्लोन्स ही बोलते हैं. एंड इट हेल्प्स इन रिपेयरिंग ऑफ द बॉडी पार्ट्स. हमने बताया था जगह का कट पट लग जाता है तो क्या होता है, फिर से वही सेल्स बनते हैं. हमारी उंगली कटती है तो उतनी ही उंगली के सेल्स बनते हैं, अलग से नहीं बन जाता कुछ और. ठीक है बेटा. एंड ड्यूरिंग सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन देयर इज इन्वॉल्वमेंट ऑफ टू इंडिविजुअल. इफ देयर इज इन्वॉल्वमेंट ऑफ द टू इंडिविजुअल, देन द characters are transferred in next generation. It may be mixed or the same characters. Generally the mixed characters are transferred from one generation to the next generation, so that the individuals are may or may not be similar. The individual forms during the sexual reproductions may or may not be similar. Individuals formed during sexual reproduction may or may not be similar. If there is formation of gametes, then there will be formation of zygote. The zygote formation occurs in sexual reproduction, and it also helps in formation of the gametes. It helps in formation of sperm, it helps in formation of ovum, it helps in formation of pollen grains in plants, and it helps in formation of mature ovule, development of ovary in plants. Now one more point beta. In asexual reproduction, the characters which are present in parents are transferred to next generation, so there will be no variation. No variation occurs in asexual reproduction, but the variation occurs in sexual reproduction because the mixed characters are transferred from one generation to the next generation during sexual reproductions. In asexual reproduction there is no variation beta. In asexual reproduction there is no variation because only one individual involved. There is no variation, so have less chance of survival. अगर वेरिएशन होगा एनवायरनमेंट से, अगर अकॉर्डिंग हम चेंज नहीं होंगे तो हमारी बॉडी में क्या होगा, चेंजेस अगर नहीं आएंगे. अगर गर्मी पड़ी तो हमें स्वेटिंग नहीं हुई, ठंडी पड़ी तो अगर शिवरिंग नहीं हुई तो हमारी बॉडी में वो क्या होगा बेटा, हम बीमार पड़ जाएंगे. तो देयर इज़ लेस चांस ऑफ सर्वाइवल ऑफ असेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन. देयर इज no variation, so less chance of survival. Less chance of survival. In sexual reproduction, there is variation. There is variation occurs because the two characters of the individuals are mixed. Because the two characters of the individuals are mixed, there is variation. So have better chances of survival. So have better chances of survival. Better chances of survival. In both the reproducing method, beta, whether it is asexual methods or sexual methods, there will be division of the cells. There will be division of the cell. How the division of the cells occurs? Due to the division of the nucleus. If the nucleus divides, then the nucleus contains genes and DNA. Means the DNA replication leads to DNA copying, leads to cell division, and cell division leads to reproductions. Means during the sexual and asexual reproduction, the division of cells occurs only by the replication or copying of the DNA. Replication or copy of the DNA. नोट करके लिखना बेटा. During reproduction, there is division of cell. There is cell division, which only possible by forming the copy of DNA. Forming the copy of DNA. When the DNA copied, then the nucleus divide. When the nucleus divide, then the cell division occurs. If the cell division occurs, then there will be a reproduction, whether it is by asexual reproduction or by the sexual means. So this is all about the today's videos, beta. I hope you all have got it from this video about the difference between the sexual and asexual reproduction. I hope for your best.